welcome back to Love and Junk. I'm Laura.
I'm John.
And today we are coloring Easter eggs.
Look at that.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter, everybody.
It's a really different year for Easter, for everything. This is our first holiday during quarantine, hopefully only, but
right.
I don't know if that will be the case. So we're making the best of it, the most of it, whatever you want to call it.
We sure are.
Today's video is going to be us coloring eggs and doing a little Easter tag and talking about what we're doing this year, what we normally do, what we did maybe when we were kids.
Yep.
And we would love it if you would comment below and answer the questions along with us if you feel like you want to. And let's get going. What we have, these are the two like mega Easter egg coloring companies that I think of.
That you do? You've heard?
Yeah, Dudley's.
This is Dudley's. I've never really heard of that. I think we got it at the Dollar Tree, didn't we?
Dudley's also they were the makers of some crazy Halloween, like some of the plasticky stuff when we were kids. And then there's Paws. Is that how you say it? Is it Paws?
Yeah, that's how I Paws.
Yeah, I feel like Paws. I don't know. Anyway, this is Galactic Eggs.
Mm-hmm. And with my Galactic Eggs, I have my Star Trek glass.
And then what is yours?
This is
Shaken
Egg.
Meanwhile, these are different from, we can start opening and talking, but they're different than Easter egg coloring kits from when we were kids, where you have the cups and the vinegar and the water. These are, you drop colors into pouches, which I have done before. I guess I didn't realize when we were picking these out that they're both that kind, but we don't really care.
Right.
Let's take my ring off, shall we?
Never.
That's the second time I've had it off today, and that feels weird.
What?
Well, we were making bread.
We were making bread.
Yeah. So step one is to punch out all these circles, and that's never an easy task, am I right?
Yeah, because these perforations are not very good perforations.
So first question,
Roger
I can
that.
jump right in. I'm not going in order, but I'm asking you, and I'm asking you.
Yes.
Do we color Easter eggs? You know, some families, once they get to the point of children out of the house, don't do it anymore. Or children to a certain age, they don't do it anymore. Or what have you. And, like, what did you do as a kid? What do you remember about coloring Easter eggs?
Boy, that's a big question.
We can...
As far as like whether we still color Easter eggs, I mean, we're coloring them right now.
Right. So we do, and we have before.
Yeah. I think it's kind of hit and miss. Depends on what's going on. Like last year was a big move.
Yeah.
So we didn't color Easter eggs, but we did still, even though we were moving, we had the plastic eggs, and Laura's boys were over, and we had the plastic eggs, and we still hid some of those around the house.
Right.
And they're, what,
That's a different question.
26,
but yeah. They're in their 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you have memories of coloring eggs as a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, beyond being little, or when you got to a certain age? Was it like, you know, you didn't do it anymore?
Right. That is correct.
I still color eggs. I still want to color eggs. I am a member of the church of, I'm saying that sarcastically, of if you believe, then you receive. Whatever that means to you. What it means to me is there's nothing wrong with adult people coloring Easter eggs if it makes me happy. So what?
Yeah. I mean, and to be honest, if they're real Easter eggs that we're coloring here, you know, hard-boiled eggs, I mean, a lot of kids don't like to eat those. I suppose there are some.
No, but the tradition of coloring eggs, I would say I enjoyed the most when I was little, more than when my kids were little. There's a lot of things that I enjoyed more, like when my kids were little than when I was little. Easter egg coloring is not one of them.
Right.
When I was little, I remember this is what we did. My parents got out. We had a big basket of crayons that normally was in my room when I was little, and we never just dyed them. We always wrote on them with crayons. We'd make Easter eggs for each other and for our grandparents, my grandparents that were coming over, and we would try to, of course, this is how my mom was, we would try to think about each person and make something for them. So my mom loved ladybug, so I would make her a ladybug egg, and sometimes on my dad's egg, I'd put like little fish or whatever. So at the end of coloring eggs, we had, we would look and, oh, that one must be for me, or whatever. And that was kind of cute and fun.
Yeah,
my kids wanted no part of that. They didn't care. Let's be quick and done and over. They would humor me and sit there. Usually fights would ensue. My parents came over when my kids were little and would be part of that. And so I liked that part.
Yeah.
But the actual coloring was more fun when I was a kid.
Nice.
Do you remember like what your parents did? Did you have like the old with the little wire hanger and you would dunk it in the cup?
Yeah. I think usually it was just me and my mom. I have an older brother, and I remember when I was real little, he would do it with us. But,
yeah.
When he got a little bit older and I was still young, I would be doing it with my mom. I think my dad would be watching TV. He had no interest in it either. And so yeah. So I remember the metal things though that you dip in the little cups with the tablets, and thank goodness you don't have to do that anymore.
You have to snip these now.
Snip
off the corner. And then they had the Easter eggs and the die kits that had the clear crayon. Do you remember that? And so it made a relief basically on the egg.
Okay.
So when you dyed them, it didn't stick where you had used the little waxy crayon. So and it works the same way that crayons do. So on my mom's ladybug egg, wherever there were spots would be spots, and the rest of the egg would be dyed.
That's cool.
These have to be cut too.
These are snipped. So we got Dudley snipped.
Okay.
Oh, you only got 3 colors on this one, huh?
Yeah.
So in the Dudley one, we got purple, yellow, green, pink, and blue. And the paws.
Which is the galactic.
Red, blue, and green.
Which in the picture they end up mostly looking purple, so I guess that makes sense.
Red. Blue.
So, can you remember going to any egg hunts when you were a kid?
Not really. I think I remember one, and again,
they come with these little bags, and you put it in there, and then put the color in. Go ahead.
I don't really remember it. I just vaguely. I think I went on one, and I just kind of felt uncomfortable. Like, I don't know all these kids. What are they doing around here? Am I supposed to elbow people, knock them down, take the eggs? What are we doing?
I remember going to one when I was little, and I'm the baby in my family by 10 years. So if I, went to anything or did anything, I was by myself, and I was very shy as a kid. And I remember being completely uncomfortable, like you said, going to an egg hunt.
Yeah, I was a shy kid too.
So, I didn't enjoy it, and my dad would be yelling at me like, "Go out there and don't you see those eggs?" Whatever, and I was like, I don't care.
That's funny. Get out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have fun, dang it.
Yeah. I did always have, I think I put way too much stuff in this, like when it first squeezed out.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can remedy that.
I'm gonna let that dry a little bit and then add a second color.
The Easter Bunny did always come to my house, and I always had a basket, and I always had eggs to find. The Easter Bunny in my neighborhood that came around hid real eggs and not plastic eggs.
I see.
And then, you know, I know some of my friends got plastic eggs with candy. I know my kids got that. And even someone else I know gets that most of the time. But when I was a kid, the Easter Bunny hid real eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, what color do I want? Let's do a little pink. Let's see how that goes. I remember the actual Easter Bunny coming to my house.
You do?
Yeah.
Were you afraid?
I don't remember, but I assume so. Oh, this one's crackety cracking.
It is?
Yeah.
This one is green and red make.
It does not look like green and red.
Make. I don't know what color that is.
Oh, that one cracked all over the place. That's not what it was cracked up to be. Pink, and you can use some of my colors too if you want.
Yeah, I might have to because my colors are kind of not so great. Anyway, but then John didn't know about this, but when you're an adult and you've been real good and you're a child at heart and have a girlfriend that is as well, sometimes the Easter Bunny will still come visit you.
Mm-hmm.
And hide eggs
Hide
for you.
eggs, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's Batman eggs. And
Spider-Mans.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
So.
Oh yeah, the actual Easter Bunny came to my house.
Yeah.
It was a guy in a big fuzzy suit, so it wasn't the actual Easter Bunny.
Right.
But it was still fun. I don't remember if I was scared or not. I would assume that I was. I was really young. I didn't even really remember it. I just saw pictures.
Mm.
So,
you know, that's a thing, too. A lot of Easter Bunny's friends that, you know, help out at the mall and everything are a little frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do we normally celebrate Easter?
We usually try to eat some awesome food.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one year we did like a brunch instead of dinner, and we had made quiche.
And that
quiche was delicious.
Your first time making quiche, I think.
Yeah. It might have been my first time eating quiche.
I made quiche one other time before that for a baby shower, and I really liked it. I remember telling you about that for my nephew's baby shower, and so we talked about that, and that's kind of what I had wanted to do. We do something different. That's kind of our Easter tradition for us. When I was a kid, it was the traditional ham, mashed potatoes, rolls. I don't know what else people have for Easter, but that's what we had. But we like to always try something new, I would say, is our tradition. Typically, we do little baskets for each other. We have opted to not do that this year.
Right. Well, we're not going to go out and buy a bunch of stuff with the state of the world right now.
Right. I mean, if we're going to spend money on food, we're going to spend money on actual food. We don't want to be out in the world. And so we do have Easter bunnies to eat. We did get that as part of our Walmart order.
Yeah, our pickup order.
That. And what else? We are making bread, homemade bread.
Yeah.
That was something we want to try here. You want to do the last one?
We're going to do a roulade.
Yep, we're doing a pork roulade with what? Mushrooms and rice in it.
Yeah.
It's so, if you don't know what roulade is, it's pounded out meat basically with stuffing, and you roll it up. So we're doing that. And we're not getting together with anybody. We're just gonna spend the day ourselves, and that's okay, and that's what is the safe thing to do. I feel bad for people that do have elderly people in their lives that, you know, we talked about this yesterday, that's one of the few times that they get out of the place where they live, or they really look forward to seeing their family, and
Right.
maybe they can't this year. But we're okay as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out and do our normal stuff.
Absolutely.
Eat some good food and hang out. Okay, next. Do you have any Easter traditions? Like when you were a kid, did you go to church and?
Oh yeah, we always went to church.
Yeah.
I had to go to church every week. It was like me and my brother and my mom. My dad never went until later on in life, and then later on in life, then he went to church. But.
That's so funny. That is typical. I wouldn't say typical. I don't want to say typical. I know other families where dad stayed home. I mean, on The Simpsons, Homer's always trying to stay home from church, isn't he?
He is. But so, like when I was growing up, my mom made sure that me and my brother went to church with her until our confirmation. When we did our confirmation, after that, it was our decision whether we were going to go or not. Mm-hmm. And so at that point, most of the time I just went on Christmas and Easter.
Yeah.
But before that, yeah, we went every.
I always went to church when I was little, and I remember always in my Easter basket were things for outside. So I always got new, like, bubbles and jump ropes and things to play with outside. And Easter, like Saturday before Easter, I would always get a new, like, Easter dress and something new to wear to church. And then come home, have our dinner, and do Easter Bunny stuff.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, usually we'd have an Easter dinner at home. My mom would make something.
We always had, like I said, we always had dinner, but I feel like a lot of people have brunch. If you have brunch, let us know.
Yeah.
We've had brunch, the two of us,
yeah.
And you had brunch sometimes growing up, right?
Yeah.
For different holidays. We never did brunch for any holidays. I kind of wish we did because I love it.
Yeah, we always did brunch for Christmas. A lot of the times for Easter, I don't really remember getting like together with grandparents or anything. We usually just did it as our, you know, individual or close family. So
now, what do you always like to see in your Easter basket, and what do you not want to see? In other words, favorite and, I don't know if you can see it, I want to hold these up. Favorite and least favorite Easter candy is basically
oh boy
what we're getting to.
Favorite, I think I always loved the Reese's eggs. Those were good and tasty. But I had to have a Cadbury cream egg every year.
I never wanted to have those. Those were my mom's favorite, and I would never try them because they just look gross to me. I never tried them until like a long time after that. Never as a kid would I eat them. They just looked gross.
Yeah,
I like them now.
Mm-hmm. I remember, I don't know, I was probably 11 or 12 or something when I first became aware of the Cadbury cream egg. They just came out, I think.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. A little too rich. You gotta have milk with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. The mini ones are a good ratio. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like the caramel ones too.
Yeah, the caramel ones I think I like better, but I have to have a Cadbury cream egg. And then what I don't like would be Peeps.
Well, wait, is that all the stuff you want? Reese's and Cadbury eggs? And an Easter bunny?
Oh, you gotta have jelly beans.
Yeah. John likes Starburst jelly beans.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, the original.
I always wanted Reese's something in my basket, and I developed a nut allergy, so I can't have that anymore. I definitely want chocolate something. I really like, what are they called? The malted milk ball things, like, what are they called for
Uh,
Easter? Like, you know, like Whoppers, but they're
right.
candy coated instead of chocolate coated. Like the little eggs.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Malted milk ball egg things. Definitely a chocolate bunny of some sort. I don't know. Those are kind of my two favorite things. Jelly beans are good. I like sour stuff every once in a while. Least favorite, black jelly beans.
Oh, wait a minute. I like Peeps better than I like black jelly beans.
Me too. Oh no, you already picked your least favorite.
Oh. Oh,
So neither one of us really like Peeps or black jelly beans that much.
No, we don't.
We should roll some of these around in a blank bag and see if any of this color comes off.
Why?
Because,
You want to
oh, it's dry. Never mind. It looked like it would be sticky. So, we started YouTube around Easter time. We've mentioned this before, and some of our first videos were Easter videos. So we will attach that playlist. And we were trying, what did we do? Our first videos. New jelly bean flavors.
Yeah, and new Peeps.
Yes, and we did. Should you buy your Easter candy from the Dollar Tree?
Right.
Like we tested a lot of things from there. This year, because of everything going on, it's harder for us to get out and get new products. When we're out, if we see something, we'll pick it up. And we have some videos filmed from before all of this.
Yeah.
Or things that we picked up too, and maybe just didn't film the video for it yet.
Right, because we had these colors or coloring kits a long time ago.
Months
so,
before. Like as soon as Easter stuff came out. So, so we're not going out and looking, but we did do 2, I think, new Easter videos besides this one. If you haven't seen those, we did more Peeps flavors that we hadn't tried, which we were surprised. From last year to this year, there was enough to do a whole other video. And then another video is just Easter candy that we had never tried before. All different stuff, jelly beans and all different things.
Yep.
So anyway,
check that out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen either of those. So what do you think about this process?
Yours still has stickers to put on.
Yeah, but they're not totally dry. So this is kind of, I don't know if you can see. You probably can see that. I like the purpley and darker ones better. Like this brown is kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so when they're totally dry, mine has stickers and like glitter stuff to put on. So I'll do that and take a picture, which leads me to my next thing. If you want to see these all decorated, check us out over on Instagram.
That's right.
Over there, we are Love and Junk with no D, so it's LOVENJUNK.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe. If you're here anyway, you may as well go ahead and subscribe. This is just a little, like, we were coloring Easter eggs and we thought we'd put the camera on.
Right.
Normally, we're trying a new product, or what else do we do?
Something.
We do cooking, we do whatever. And new, as of today, we have joined TikTok.
TikTok.
Or as we call it, TikTok, because we can never remember TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
So we are starting that, and over there we're Love and Junk if you want to check us out. Those look good.
Yeah. I like them. This one, though, I didn't color very much because it cracked.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, while you're subscribing, make sure you hit the little bell.
Ding!
So you can be notified when new videos do go up. As always, if you ever have comments, if you want to chime in with the Easter conversation, let us know what you're doing for Easter. A lot of people are doing different things this year.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have to, right? A lot of people are trying to keep it the same and still do egg hunts and everything that they would normally do. I have seen a lot of cool things. For example, I know that the Easter Bunny has been making house calls early this year,
right?
Because we can't get together and do mass Easter egg hunts.
Right.
So at least where we are, check out where you are. The Easter Bunny has been coming and making little house calls early, and so that's kind of cute to see. And of course, some people are putting their computer on the end of the table or whatever and doing Zoom so that people are kind of eating together still. I don't know. We're doing pretty much what we normally do.
Right.
Just hang out together. But we hope that whatever you do, you have an awesome Easter and you're able to celebrate it in some kind of way. Reach out to your family members and bring them in however you can, even if it's a phone call or a text or whatever.
That's right.
And if you like Easter, or I don't know if this is really artwork.
Well, this is over here.
Yeah. If you like coloring eggs, or think I should go wash my hands.
Oh, and the next video is deviled eggs. If you like deviled eggs, give this video a thumbs up and then go watch that one.
Which is the real reason we're gonna, I think, color eggs anyways, but John and I don't really love deviled eggs, so we're gonna do a little twist on deviled eggs to see if we can make some that we do like.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely check that out. Anyway, what I was saying is, no matter what, give this video a big thumbs up. And I think that's all. Time to go, hey, we wore yucky clothes and we didn't get any on us. Bonus. Give us a big thumbs up for that.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it, guys.
Happy Easter.
Bye.
Bye.